welcome back to Nikita's Corner.
We're so glad you're here. We're so glad you clicked on this video because today we have a super exciting recipe to share with you. Today we're going to be making a flancocho.
Mom, what's flancocho?
Flancocho, otherwise known as impossible cake, is basically a flan and a cake put together.
That sounds delicious, but difficult. How are you going to put two cakes together? That's impossible.
Well, if you want to know how we're going to do this, stick around. For this recipe, we're going to need 1 box of cake mix. Usually this recipe calls for chocolate cake, but my daughter wanted to make it with confetti cake.
It's the best cake in the world.
We're going to need water, oil, and 3 eggs. This is what is needed to make this cake. We're also going to need to make our flan, 4 ounces of cream cheese, vanilla extract, 3 eggs, a can of evaporated milk, a can of condensed milk, and spray for our mold. We're also going to need a cup of sugar to make our caramel sauce for the flan. To begin, we're going to make our cake first. First, we're going to add our flour from the cake, our cake mix.
Let's add the cake mix.
And we're just following the instructions on the box how to make the cake. Next, we're going to add our water. It's a cup of water. And next we're going to add our oil. It's a half a cup of oil. All of it. You can add all of it.
Okay. That's good.
And next we're going to add our 3 eggs. You don't want that in the cake mix. And we're going to mix it all together. You want to mix it?
Here. Our cake is mixed together. Now it's time to make the flan. We're going to put our condensed milk, our evaporated milk, cream cheese, three eggs,
Thank you.
last but not least, the vanilla.
You can put a tablespoon of vanilla extract, but I always like to put a little bit more. I just pour it in. It's a little bit more than a tablespoon. And now
We're gonna put our lid.
and we're gonna blend it all together. After blending for about a minute, our flan mix should be ready. Yep, it is. Now let's get started on our caramel sauce for the flan. Okay, we're going to begin making our caramel sauce, but before I want to preheat our oven. I'm going to set it to 400 degrees. Now that our oven is preheating, let's begin making the caramel sauce. To make this caramel sauce is very simple, but you need to pay a lot of attention to it because it can easily burn. All we need is 1 cup of sugar. Nothing else. And I set it on high, and this is going to start to begin to bubble. While our sugar is starting to heat, we need to prepare our bundt cake, our mold. Let's spray this down very generously because we don't want our cake to stick to the sides. Sugar has begun breaking down. Let's continue stirring it. You can lower the heat if you want, put it to medium so it doesn't burn, but continue this to mix, to keep stirring. You don't want this to burn at all. And this is a pretty fast process. Our sauce is just about ready. Just waiting for the rest of the little pieces to break down. And we're gonna pour this directly into our bundt pan. It looks beautiful. You want it to reach that beautiful golden brown color. Okay, our sauce is ready. Now let's pour it into our cake mold. This will be the very first thing that we add to our cake, is our caramel sauce. It's such a beautiful golden brown color, and it just gives the flan such an amazing taste. We're gonna let it sit there for about a minute or two. Okay, now that we added our caramel sauce to our mold, the next step is to add our flan. You have to add the flan first before you add the cake mix. Pour it all in.
Okay.
Careful.
Thank you. That good?
Okay. Our flan is added. Now this is the tricky part.
A cake.
We need to add our cake mix to our flan mixture.
How are we gonna do that?
We're just gonna pour it right in there.
Carefully?
We have to do it very carefully.
That seems tricky.
Make sure you get it all around the bun cake. The mold.
It looks really yummy.
And some crying in the background, that's live, right? See? I'm not sure if you can hear in the background. My son is crying.
My baby brother Caleb.
That's life. All right, let's add all of our cake mix. Okay, so now we have our flan and our cake mix together in our molds.
But Mom, how are they gonna separate?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. All I know is that the flan is going to stay at the bottom and your cake will rise to the top.
What do you mean by that?
You will see. Okay, our cake is ready for the oven, but first, very important step, this needs to be cooked in a baño de María. Rebecca, how do you say baño de María in English?
I think it's a pot of water.
Okay, we need to cook this inside of a pot with water.
Let's put it in the oven. Open the oven up. There you go.
Very carefully, we're gonna put it on the top rack.
We need to do it carefully so it doesn't spill.
That's right. And we're gonna let this cook at 400 degrees for about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. That depends on your oven. Okay, it's been an hour. We're gonna go ahead and check our cake. Oh wow, it looks like it's ready. I'm gonna stick a knife, you can stick a fork right through it to see if it comes out clean. That'll let me know if it's ready or not. It came out clean. So I'm gonna take it out and let it sit for about half an hour. You can tell already that the cake rose to the top and the flan is at the bottom. I can't wait to flip it over. Okay, so our cake is ready. And this is the fun part, also the scary part. We need to flip it over and let's see how our cake looks. You can just take a plate or a cake stand, whatever you have. And so we're gonna flip it. Well, some of the caramel sauce came out. Let's hope it comes out whole. Yes, and it did!
Yeah.
It looks amazing.
It looks so yummy.
Good job.
Thanks.
So here is our final product. Here is our flancocho, also known as the impossible cake. Right here we have our flan, and here is the cake. It looks like it blended together because the cake is white. If you do it with the chocolate cake, you'll see the layers, but the cake separated. The top is the flan and the bottom is the cake mix, and it came out beautiful. We're so excited. I'm so happy that it came out great. You want to try it?
Sure. Mom, I have a question.
Yes.
Where's the caramel sauce?
The caramel sauce, well, the cake soaked it all up. It's there, but it soaked it all up. All right, so let's cut into it.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Wow, it just breaks so easily. Looks like an actual sponge.
Okay, here you can see it better. Here's the flan.
There's the
Here is
confetti.
the cake. You can look inside. Flan right on top and the cake inside.
You can see all the confetti in it.
Rebecca, go ahead and give it a try.
Okay, let's do that.
Oh, that's a big piece. Oh my god.
I'm really good.
Let's try it.
The cameraman.
Here,
It's
Daddy.
delicious. It's still a little warm too.
There.
Well, there you have it, our recipe for a flancocho. I really hope that you like this video. You know, I encourage you to try it. It's really a fun recipe, and it's so amazing to see how it comes out together.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Thank you so much.
Bye.